Hey, mi gente, estamos aquí en el Disney Destiny. Yo soy Neko de WYU de 92.5 máxima y tenemos el gran honor de estar hablando con una de las voces oficiales, una de las voces más reconocidas en lo que es Disney. Ella hace la voz de Minnie Mouse. Ella es Kaylin Elizabeth Robrock. How are you, Elizabeth?
Sí. Hola, how are you, my dear?
Oh. So, you are the official voice of Minnie. Can we hear a little Minnie?
Oh, of course. So lovely to meet all of you. Mwah.
Una cosa bien interesante es que cuando tú entras al crucero, en los elevadores, la voz que tú escuchas es de Minnie. So I'm telling them how when you get into the elevator, it's actually Minnie.
Doors opening. Doors closing. 10.
So how this all came along?
This came about, it was a regular audition for all of our voice actors throughout the country. It was a wide net. But I'd loved Minnie since I was a child. I remember when Totally Minnie came out in the 80s. So I had been practicing that voice, practicing that character for many, many years prior when I learned I could do that type of match. Okay. When I worked at Disneyland back in the middle 2000s.
Okay.
And so I just kind of kept rehearsing, kept practicing. It was always like that dream, that far off dream, like one day. And then the day came a lot sooner than I thought it would.
Okay.
So we auditioned for it, and I had a couple callbacks, and then what I thought was a callback was the job.
Okay.
So very exciting, but also like, what? Now? Oh, we're gonna go work now. Okay.
How tough was the competition?
I've no doubt everybody auditioned for it. And for the first callback, there were 7 of us. For the second callback, there were 3 of us. But I never knew who they were. I never met them. I have not heard anyone else's mini audition ever. So I have no idea how close it was. And I've no doubt there's some brilliant performances out there, but I am very grateful that they picked me just because I love it so much. And actors get told no a lot, so it's really nice to have a win.
What does it mean for you to actually be the official voice?
Well, I love it because I was a Disney kid myself. So now it's like I'm part of that Disney family in a bigger way. And I'm making a bigger impact on like-minded people who love Disney as well, who love Minnie, who have children, who love Mickey and all the friends. So I'm very fond of meeting children or seeing their reactions or hearing how much they love the characters. Because all children are my children.
Does it come naturally, or is it a specific trick that you have to?
It comes naturally. When I first really started working after I got the job, we did kind of malleate it a little bit so it wouldn't be too high, but also not too low where it becomes Caitlin again. But we work together, and now it's pretty straightforward where I can talk normally and then immediately switch over.
That is
Just
incredible.
like that.
That is incredible. Do you does Minnie's voice comes out sometimes at family events?
Yes, for a brief moment in the very beginning when I was working with Minnie, I was still working at Disneyland, so there was some crossover. So if I would be at Disneyland doing my job there and like, all right guys, come on over, Minnie would kind of pop in a little bit because I'm being quieter and higher to the come here honey, right over here. And then coworkers would be like, she popped out, I heard it. And like, I know you heard it. It's just there. So then I go back lower.
I gotta ask, is Minnie your voicemail? Like, does she answer your voicemail?
She
when people
isn't.
call you?
My voicemail is pretty vain. I love it. I say like, hello and congratulations. You've reached Caitlin Robrock. You're so lucky. Please leave your name and number after the beep, and she'll get back to you at some point. So I just thought it was so funny to do that, like the automated voice.
That even sounded amazing, right?
But yeah so like, and I have had a couple of people like, oh, we thought it was a wrong number. We hung up. We didn't actually hear you say your name. So I really should probably change it. But I've done a couple like mini voice mail messages for friends, or if they've got littles who, they lost their first tooth, or like it's time to say bye-bye to the binky. Let's call Minnie and tell her what a big girl you were, what a big boy you were. And I said, no video call because they won't understand, but an audio call, kids will understand. So then they'll call Minnie and I'll just talk to them for a little bit or help them like, it's bedtime, my dears. Would you like to hear a song? And sing a little song for like my family's littles, like my second cousins or nieces and nephews. So those are fun to do as well, just because it lets me be like that quiet, intimate connection.
And it's got to be very rewarding. And I wanted to ask you, in the time that you have done and you have worked, is there a specific moment that by you using, by Minnie coming through you, is been a special moment for you and for somebody else?
Yes, one of my very first conventions, I met a lovely lady who brought her daughter, and her daughter was about a year and a half. So she was walking, she was babbling, but she was still a toddler, like closer to the baby than a toddler. And she was very tired. You could just see it in her eyes. She needed a nap. But she clocked in on like the picture of Minnie I had on my table, and she was talking at it and pointing at it. And so I said, would you like to do a photo? And the mother says, yes. Could you hold her? And I said, of course I'll hold her. So I hold the little girl, and she's just kind of staring at me. And then I sang the Minnie's Boutique song to her, and you just see her go.
Oh, wow.
And she just fell right asleep on me. And so she didn't even look at the camera for any pictures. She was just so tired, she just needed a flip. So, and then they just hung out at my table. I didn't have anyone else at the time. So we just were standing and chatting and swaying with her. And then about 10 minutes later, put her back in the stroller, and she's out.
Wow.
So, and the mom was saying, like, it's so hard to get her down for a nap, and she stirs at everything. So, but she just needed that little safety net.
Awesome.
So that was like 5 years ago, but it was so lovely.
Awesome. Well, now we're gonna do this in Spanish. Caitlin, no, I'm just kidding. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Ahí está Caitlin, ella es la voz oficial de Minnie. Can you say hello to our audience in 92.5 MAXIMA, which is the radio station?
Mm-hmm. Hello, everybody. It's so lovely to talk to you, mis amigos.
Yes. Can you also, would it be possible for you to say, hi, this is Minnie, and you're listening to DJ Neko?
I don't believe so.
You can't do that?
Yeah, I don't think I can say
because
the
the official
specific
voice.
one.
Okay. Well, that was a good try.
But Caitlin, would love for you to keep listening as well.
Yes. Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you so much.